Hey, what's up, everybody? Sorry for the delay there. Ha! WD-40 for my creaky chair. Yeah, I could probably use some. I actually have some, but I appreciate the the joke, the gesture. Oh boy, here we are in the OnlyFans again. All right, so LEOZACK. I put on the DVD for Victory, as some of you might recognize in the background. We talked about it before. LEOZACK was one of my favorite characters from Victory, so each one of these Japanese series that I've gone through, I kind of did a little tribute piece. Once I got through it, I did 6-shot for Headmasters and Master Force. I did a Minerva, and for Victory, we've got LEOZACK. And my chair creaked through all of those. Even worse than the creaking, I think, is my I'm on a cement floor when I roll the chair. You can kind of hear that lovely sound. So, enough about the perks of my wonderful studio here. Let's get to some artwork. Hey there, Destron Decepticon. Oh, I know. Trust me, I know. I wouldn't have it any other way. So this time I'm going to start with his hand, because it's coming towards the viewer. So I want to just get that first. Typically, I think it's a good idea to do foreground areas before background areas. I'm sure there are some exceptions to that, but can't think of one right now, and it's just how I like to work. So I put on the first disc to Victory in hopes that we'll get a good audio of his laugh. Whoever, I looked up the name of the actor that plays LEOZACK in this, but he has a tremendous laugh. I love his laugh, so hoping we'll get to hear it while on the stream here. Hey there, Dark Wizard. So for this, I'm doing, because it's an area that's in the foreground, and I want to have a little more, what should I say? I want it to stand out. I'm going right for the darker lines of the zebra pen. I've got the extra fine zebra pen here. Typically, I use the #1 micron for my basic lines. Unless it's a smaller image, then I'll tend to use the 005. Most of the time, it's the #1. Yep, we're starting with a face full of robot hand. And we'll do a handful of robot face. Yeah, it's the helmet design is pretty ornate. I really like it. In researching the character a little bit, researching makes it sound so technical, but you know, just kind of becoming a little interested in him and looking him up a little bit, I discovered that the toy, which was, I believe, only available in Japan, unless it was available in like European markets or something. Anyway, the toy didn't have the little flared out, almost lion mane action on the sides. It was pretty much straight sided, though it did have the lion-ish face, or yeah, I guess you'd say face above where his robot face is. Anyway, I'm a big fan of the design. It's a bit more complex than most Transformer helmet designs, but it's a good one, methinks. Did I have other faves in the Lio Kaiser group? Yeah, I thought quite a few of them actually exhibited some personality. Obviously, Hellbat was a big personality of the group. I liked him. It made me appreciate a little bit more that he was used in the Drift miniseries that Shane and Alex and JP. Or was it? No, that was the one that Guido. Sorry, my bad. That was the second Drift mini-series that Guido had done the art for. Anyway, Hellbat. I liked Hellbat. I liked Kill Bison. They have interesting names. They're not like the most, you know, they're very, how should I put it? They're not like typical Western names, but they kind of have that sound to it. I don't know. I think they all work. I think that you could introduce most of them to non-Japanese audience, and I think they work. If you are okay with subtitles, I recommend the series. It's a bit different than the other stuff that I've seen, but it's good. I thought it was interesting, the human character, Jan, or I think in some versions he's called, or it's spelled differently. I don't know if it's said differently, J-E-A-N as opposed to J-A-N. Somebody can correct me on that if I'm wrong. I'm thinking Zombie Prowl would probably know. Anyway, he's portrayed as a bit more capable as than other human characters that we've seen, so I kind of appreciate that. Doesn't make a lot of sense that he's so involved with the war between factions of giant robots. You know, you might think he would just easily get squished, but you know, they kind of present him as a legitimate member of the Autobots, in a sense, even though he goes to school. All right, well, one hand down. How many of you guys that are on the stream right now have actually watched Victory? I was able to find Zone on YouTube. I don't know if they have any Victory episodes uploaded there. Alright, let's do the other hand before I do his lovely face. Just get those hands out of the way. So a few of you have seen a few episodes. Yeah, a lot of swords and like melee weapons in this one. Anyone in here reading or planning to read the Transformers and My Little Pony crossover? I just found out today that my issue is going to be out this week. I say my issue. There's a lot of folks that worked on the issue. I'm just the line artist on one of the two stories within the book. Hello, Blasto Supreme. Sirenth 12, you want to read it? It's the first one's out now. This is the second issue coming out. I actually was under the impression that the one I worked on was going to be issue 4, but found out today it's actually issue 2. Joanna LaFuente and I do the art for a story that has Pinkie Pie and a new Transformer named Gage. And Sarah Peter DeRoche does a story about Grimlock and Spike, which is very cute. Oh, thank you, Clock Fox. It's cute. They're cute, fun little stories. I certainly had a fun time working on it. Hopefully everybody will get a kick out of it. Thank you, Kryn. You guys are too kind. Yeah, actually, I never finished that one. I think I might have read the first and maybe the third issue of the ROM crossover. I think it was the third issue I had a cover on, so I received copies of that. But I think I nabbed the first issue as well. But my memory is not too great on it, but I did enjoy the artwork very much. Alright, so we got a couple of floating hands here. So just do a little stick figure body between them and be done. Alright, on to his lovely regal face helmet. I'm gonna bust out the old straight edge just to get these little shoulder details here. Victory has great music as well. I love this music. Do a little improvising there on that part. I made it a little bit taller than it actually appears on the character model. Luckily, the Arc book by Jim Sorensen and Bill Forster does have the Victory designs in there, so I was able to get a nice clean look at LEOZACK's animation model. So this image is very true to the animation model. Yeah, finding references, as some of you all know, is like some of the most challenging parts of drawing Transformers. There's so many different versions of so many different characters. Details are all different. Even when they're not different, they're complex a lot of the time. So it's not always easy just looking up a reference for the character you're trying to draw. Alright, that ought to do the trick. I've got all the parts of him that are directly in front of his little head. Now I can draw his head. Let's say go. That's the opposite of just say no. All right, here we go. Most important part. To me, when you can get the character's face just right, that's like so much of the battle in making a good-looking Transformer, or any character really. But the face has to look right, or else the whole thing doesn't look right. To me. There's a nice looking, I should say, third-party toy for LEOZACK that I have been pretty tempted by since I finished up the series. I haven't pulled the trigger on it yet. I don't buy a ton of toys. I'm not the collector that I once was. But I'm thinking about that one. If anybody on the stream is familiar with it, feedback is welcome. Pardon me just one moment. Technical difficulties with the DVD player here. All right, let's hope we're all set now. Yeah, third-party Transformers. I can't say I have many of them. I have the Turmoil, which he was called Commodus from, oh God help me, I can't remember the actual third-party company that made him, but I do have that toy. Yes, I believe that's right, MMC. What else do I have? I have the Ricochet toy, Stepper / Ricochet, which was actually gifted, very kindly gifted to me by a comic shop owner that I've gotten to know pretty well over the years. Let's see, do I have any other third-party toys? That might be it. But that LEOZACK is very nice looking to me, so I am thinking about it. The Turmoil was, I think, a remold slash repaint of Impactor. It's a third-party Impactor. I want to say it's like maybe the third episode or so where LEOZACK shows up. Probably should have started there. Oh well. LEOZACK's helmet is one of those things where, like, I think the exact angle on every piece of it isn't, you know, it looks a little bit different depending on what image, what reference image you're looking at. But as long as you get it close, it'll look like him. I did look up some of the other toys from this series after I was done watching it, you know, considering, like, maybe a little less seriously considering trying to obtain some of them, but boy are they pricey. But I did like the why am I blanking on the name now? The Micromaster Combiner, Autobot Micromaster Combiner with Wing Waver and Dash Tacker, Mock Tackle. But that seems to be quite expensive. I also discovered there is a nice looking third-party Road Caesar team that I wouldn't mind grabbing, but again, it's that price will add right up if I'm going to try to grab everybody. If I had to pick one, I would probably pick LEOZACK, so that's the one I'm most considering picking up. I do remember the wing. I don't remember the company that did it, but I remember seeing it floating around. It looked like a nice toy. I probably shouldn't be on here talking about third-party toys, should I? It's not like anybody from Hasbro is watching my art stream. So yeah, it's just between us here. If anybody asks, I hate third-party toys. They're horrible. Official toys only. Nobody will ever know, except for the 12 people that watch this on YouTube after. Oh man, I can't believe I forgot. I do have the Ironhide. I think that might have been MMC as well. They did an Ironhide. You hate the Mirage you have, huh? Yeah. Terrible. That Autobot Megatron looked nice, didn't it? Yeah, because I've got it right next to me. Pull this thing out. It's the Ironhide toy. I think this is MMC, but I could very well be wrong. It's a nice toy. I think they used some of the Ironhide miniseries art as inspiration for part of it. I think a lot of the detail in here was actually Don Figueroa's design. I just used it in the miniseries. But yeah, this is a nice figure, I think. I just saw there was a Getaway figure announced. The bot everyone loves to hate, or hates to love, or both. Getaway gets a reaction every time, one way or the other. It should come with some scraplet bits, so you can just have like a chewed up version of him. Sorry for the spoiler there, if anybody hasn't read Lost Light yet. I can't believe I'm about to say this, but I don't know what the Triple K Jazz is. Triple K is also probably not the best name for a company, or whatever. I don't know what Triple K is, but probably could have chosen a better letter to triple up there. The Getaway scene? Yes, I did. It was one of the more fun scenes to draw. I don't know what that says about me, because it was pretty gruesome, but even though I was more the robots in disguise guy than the more than meets the eye guy, you know, I did the covers on Robots in Disguise, did more fill-in work on Robots in Disguise / Optimus Prime, but I knew that that clash, that Rodimus and Getaway clash, was going to be a big deal for a lot of people, so I really enjoyed being able to illustrate that and Getaway's demise. It's a Japanese company. So they're doing a Jazz. I'm going to have to look this up. Oh, thank you, Zombie Prowl. Yeah, that punch, I knew that punch was a long time coming, so that had to have some impact to it. Literally and, you know, figuratively. People were waiting a long time for that. Oh, okay. I probably could pay closer attention to these things, but oh well. Okay. Is this similar to the drift figure that was, you know, like you described, had the lights in it? They did that one too, I'm thinking. Okay, so they're doing a jazz. Now I am quite interested. After the stream, I'll have to... Actually, you know what? I'm going to take a peek at it right now. Right after I draw this wing. I have to say I appreciate the designs on the Breastforce here. They seem like a real... In the shape of the body and everything, they're a real throwback to like a G1, like early days of G1 aesthetic. All right, let's take a look here. Oh wow. That is something. Huh. See a comment, you can take the doors off and make it into wings. Wow. Okay. Very cool. Now let's do a little time check while I'm looking at the computer. 39 minutes in. Not too bad. I don't plan to do much with the background here. Just want to get through the figure, and that should be pretty doable. All right, back to it. Back to work. Yeah, anybody looking for it, I'll just retweet this post from Zombie Prowl here, and just go to my page. You'll be able to have a peek at it. Alright, now that I'm getting into the body here, I'm leaning on the templates a little, which I always intend to not do, and then it's just like a little crutch that I can't seem to get away from. Oh well. Galaxy shuttle. It's like the Autobots got their own Astro train. You're gonna sell somebody else's souls for Jazz and save yours for Prowl. That's very, very... I don't know what it is. I can't think of anything funny. But it's funny. Very Prowl of you. Nicely done. Very IDW Prowl. I wonder how much of that Prowl will stick in future versions of the character. I don't know if any of you all had this impression as well. I kind of got the impression that Jerk Prowl really had roots in the old Marvel version of him, because he wasn't that bad in Marvel, but he was kind of a little bit prickish when they had like the Autobot Decepticon Alliance stuff. If I'm remembering correctly, it's been a long time since I read that stuff. Anyway, I enjoyed most of what I read of the IDW version of Prowl. IDW 1, I should say. I will admit I am behind on IDW 2. Yeah, I got that impression as well. Yeah, I didn't think you meant it in a negative way. Alright, I want a little curve to these lines, so we'll use the old curve here instead of the straight edge. I did read, I've read up into sometime in the teens for IDW 2. My local comic shop actually moved a few months ago, so I was, you know, I would only get from IDW the covers that I worked on, which was only a few for the series, but I got a subscription at my LCS for the series, and I was reading it regularly, but I did fall out of it a bit with not having access to it. I could beg somebody for the PDFs, but I don't really want to do that, I guess. Yeah, so far, right? It's a long way to go. I will say this, I've already said some things I probably shouldn't say, so why not keep going? I was a little bit surprised that the Netflix show strayed so much from what I had read from IDW2. My understanding initially was IDW2 was going to kind of play into the Netflix series a bit. Not directly, but it would sort of fit in continuity with it, but it does not seem to be the case. So not saying anything bad that it doesn't, just that I thought that it was going to. It's fine if it doesn't. It's just different from what my understanding was going in. Hello, evil blah. You gotta teach. Well, good luck with that. Thanks for jumping on real quick, though. What are you teaching, if you don't mind me asking? Corinne, to be honest, this was pretty early on in development of both things, so, you know, maybe that was the intention and it just didn't wind up that way. And yeah, maybe there were some creative differences, who knows? Oh, nice. 3D and game design. You got the Shockwave. The one I drew on here? I think that was week 1 of this. Yeah, those are great subjects. It sounds like a fun class to be in. Ah, okay. Very good. Yeah, thank you for that. And yeah, definitely good luck with the class. Oh, nice. All right, take care. Good luck with the class. Well, you might be surprised. A little luck never hurts. Little energy on a lot of luck, maybe. All right, let's move him back down a little bit. All right, back to it. All right, I think the episode is on now where we finally are introduced to LEOZACK, so hopefully we'll get some good audio in the background. Hey, thanks, Destron Decepticon. I appreciate that. I'm gonna have the bottom of his arm here in a bit of shadow, so I'm kind of going a little bit messy here. Getting back to characters in the comics, I would love to see LEOZACK here get a little FaceTime in one of the comics. I mentioned earlier, Hellbat has been in one of the Drift minis. You know, we've had Starsaber now shown up a few different times, or he's about to show up in Transformers 84. And he did show up, of course, in Lost Light. Some folks enjoyed that, some did not. Mostly referring to how the character was a bit different in Lost Light. Huh. That's a rough introduction. I have to say, in terms of the anime, the cartoon, Starsaber was not... I didn't dislike Starsaber, but he was definitely not my favorite part of the show. I enjoyed the supporting characters a lot more than I actually enjoyed Star Saber himself. It seemed like through the first half of the cartoon he was like basically untouchable. You know, he never really got hurt or anything, and then in the second half of the cartoon he seemed like he was injured every episode and couldn't do anything. I'm very curious to know what, to find out what Simon does with him in Transformers 84. I actually do have the outline sitting somewhere in my inbox, but I haven't, I don't actually, I didn't need to read that part for what I was doing, so. I don't actually know what he's going to do exactly. Dino Force is one of the sillier factions in any of the Transformers stuff that I've watched. They definitely went for full, like, comedy mode, comic relief mode with that group, which wasn't really my cup of tea, but it doesn't have to be. No worries, Clock Fox. It's all good. Gotta be able to do a little multitasking, huh? There you go. It's that laugh. Alright, that'll pretty much do it for the basic lines. Now we're just got to add some different line weights and shadows and such, and I think that'll do the trick. We've been doing this just over an hour, so that's pretty good. Alright, so we'll take a little look at just the lines for anybody who's interested. It's the basic line work. 80 screws. High five right back at you. Lines. Alright, here we go. We'll start with the helmet. Everything facing downward is basically in shadow here. It'll really help define all the dimension, all the different parts. Yeah, it really adds some dimension to it, right? Just gonna add a little. I don't want to shadow the entire bottom portion of this, but just add a little hint of it, a little angled piece there to reinforce that that part is kind of facing a different direction, I guess. Thanks, Team Roz. I want to refrain from putting entire spaces here in full shadow. I'm going to kind of do more kind of cell shaded sort of look to hard shadows. Which means I probably don't need this big fat marker for all of this, but I'll use it anyway. Let's look at some of the back here. I'll just tighten some of that up and then use the smaller pen from here on out.
買わないだろうな。どうかな。また俺の足を引っ張られちゃかなわんからな。なぜだ。貴様たちのノータリンさは宇宙のように無限だからな。ノータリン無限のノータリンだ。どういう意味で。やめてバカ者。くだらん喧嘩をするために集めたのではない。そうだ。そうですよね、大帝様。ではエネルギーを奪うための重要な作戦だ。そのためジャルガ、リバイソン、トリュフォンが参加する。作戦の手順を忘れないようによく聞いていろ。目標はこのエネルギーコンビナート。まずライリーが港のタンカーを沈め、港の出入り口を封鎖する。同時に翼竜が上空から爆撃、地上の人間たちを上空から制圧。その間に他の恐竜戦隊たちは海中から上陸し、サイバトロンたちに備える。そして俺たちはコンビナートの周辺でサイバトロンを待ち伏せする。奴らが出てきたところを一気にやっつけるんだ。ただしコンビナートの中央にあるエネルギー生成塔とタンクは破壊するな。他の設備がそっくり手に入っても無駄になるし、修理も難しい。そんなのエネルギーだけぶんどればいいじゃねえか。わからんのか。このコンビナートには我々が5年間戦い続けることができるエネルギーが集まっている。これを根こそぎ奪えば俺たちはサイバトロンに対して有利に戦うことができるのだ。そうですよね、大帝様。その通りだ。戦いにそろばん感情は合わねえぜ。ぐだぐだとうるさいやつだ。文句のあるやつをぶちのめしてやるぜ。頭の悪いやつらだ。気取りやがって。もう少しだ。そうだじゃん、動いたろ。でもどうしてなの？これはね、テコの原理なんだ。小さな力で大きなものを動かしてしまうんだ。へえ。何をしてるんだい？ウィングウェーバーたちにテコの原理を教えてもらってたんだ。そうか、しっかり勉強するんだぞ。ところでウィングウェーバー、君はマッハタックルとダッシュタッカーを連れてパトロールに出てくれ。はい、そうしないか。レストロンもついに地球に上陸した。そこでこれからはパトロールを強化していかなければならない。はい、頼むぞ。ウィングウェーバー、パトロールに連れてってよ。この12番ポンプの具合がどうも良くないんだ。おそらく圧力が足りないんだと思うが、それじゃあ4番に切り替えて調子を見よう。バイパスすると強度に無理があるからな。いけない、ミルクの時間だ。ちょっと頼むよ。ああ、愛する子犬ちゃんに俺からよろしくと伝えておいてくれ。待ってたか。よしよし。よかったな、元気になって。たくさん飲んで早く大きくなるよ。どうだ。新たにデスバラスの下についたジャルがドリルホーン、キルバイソンは恐竜戦隊を従え、今エネルギーコンビナートを乗っ取ろうとしていた。野郎ども、恐竜戦隊のリーダーは誰だ？よし、それじゃパーティーを始めるぜ。うわー、かっこいいな。じゃあ自分はスターセーバー総司令官からパトロールするように命令されている。あまり遊んではいられないんだよ。ねえ、じゃあ最後に宙返りしてみせてよ。宙返り？本当に最後だよ。やったー。キャプテンのジャンにやっちゃ肩なしだな。宇宙での戦いがまるで嘘のようだ。こんな平和が続くといいんだが。降りてくるぞ。ウィング、ありがとう。今度は今の時にしてくれよ。今はね、パトロールを。 戦闘が始まったようだ。早くサイバトロンの奴らをぶちのめそうぜ。奴らの動きが鈍くなったところで一気に肩をつける。そうすれば苦労しなくてもエネルギーが出る範囲。それもそうだ。
Hey, thanks, Demoraz. I just kind of keep going, keep putting them down where I feel like they belong, and then when they stop making it look better, then I know I've probably done enough. What I'm trying to do here, in case anybody watching is curious, is he's got like off-white parts and then like a turquoisey, tealy color parts, and most of the streaks and shine I'm putting on the turquoise, teal, whatever color parts, and leaving the lighter parts mostly alone. It's funny, after I just said that, I realized I thought, in my head, I actually mixed up some of the teal and some of the off-white spots. So just ignore everything I just said. Spoiler alert, by the way, you do have to wait quite a while before you see the Leo Kaiser transformation in this. They really make you wait for it. There's a team member missing, so that's kind of part of it, storyline-wise, but there's really no mention of the combination until they, at least, you know, that I remember, until they are all reunited.
られてんのさ。テストが来た時逃げ遅れたんだ。このまま死んじまうのか。そんなことないよ。スターセーバーが来てくれる。早く来て、スターセーバー。スターセーバーだ。トランスフォーム。お前たちの相手はこっちだよ。何？トランスフォーム。あれ？お前どこから入ってきたの？ああ、チビじゃないか。ああ、そうだ。どうしたんだい？なんかあったの？おい、まさか。それ、写真だ。おお、いるぞ。おい、僕が。お前、知らせてくれたのか。そうだ、エコだ。任せといて。
Alright, I think I'll darken up the outline on some of this now. I think I'm going to keep him pretty clean. Huh. Hey 3D. Yeah, it's a quiet kind of stream, but feel free to make a little noise if you want. Nice. Painted your nails, very nice. I gotta touch mine up. Just kidding. Yes. That plush is adorable. I love it. I have a handful of little plushes among my collection. I put that one on my jazz shelf. I had to show my kids first, make sure they were jealous before I put it on there, though. Just kidding. Beast Wars. Yeah, we just watched the episode with the floating island, or it was a two-parter actually, more than one episode. That was pretty good. That's cute. Jazz and Prowl kitties. Yeah, the floating island episodes I thought were really good. You know, some characters are starting to come into their own a little bit. Really liking Tigatron, how he's kind of like a loner. He doesn't want to hang out with the rest of the Autobots. He wants to embrace his animal side and, you know, kind of do his own thing. I almost got a vibe of the old Golden Lagoon episode, how Beachcomber wanted to protect the Golden Lagoon, but, you know, the Transformers basically ruined everything. Similar vibe there with the floating island. I have to say, I was surprised at like how quickly some of the other supporting characters showed up. I was under the impression for some reason that it really stayed that core cast of like Primal, Rhinox, Rat Trap, Dinobot, Cheetor for a while before they got additional characters jumping in. But I expected Black Arachnia would show up relatively quickly, but I didn't expect Air Razor when they found her protoform. My favorite Beast Wars episode so far. That's a tough one. I mean, it feels like a cop-out to say it, because I just talked about it, but I really did enjoy the Floating Island two-parter there. I don't remember what it was actually called, but I'm just calling it the Floating Island. But I really enjoyed that one. I have actually seen already some of the tidbits from, I suppose it would be season 3, right? When they kind of cross over into, you know, acknowledging Generation 1 as part of that continuity. I've also seen Code of Hero I want to say that a DVD of that came with like, is it like a 10th anniversary Beast Wars figure Dinobot toy? Did they do 10th anniversary toy? Was it 15th anniversary? At some point they did anniversary Beast Wars toys, and I did pick up the Dinobot toy. And I'm pretty sure it came with a DVD that had Code of Hero on it. But it might be something else I'm thinking of. My memory is pretty fuzzy. Anyway, that was a great episode, even without having the context, the full context of the rest of the series. The royalty. I don't know what that is. Yeah, speaking of Dinobot, actually, I've been surprised at how he seems to, he had a little focus in the beginning, obviously, abandoning the Predacons and joining the Maximals. But he has kind of disappeared into the background a little bit, which was surprising. I did see Inferno's introduction. I thought it was interesting to... a lot of the characters on the Decepticons are very few of them are actually loyal to Megatron. Like, it seems like everybody has the idea of either trying to take the mantle of leadership from him or, just somehow betraying him, which I thought was, I didn't expect that. Yeah, I was going to say Starscream, like. I got about 20 minutes left. We're still in good shape here to finish him up.
まさにタイムリーなアイデアとは思わんか。大丈夫なのかこいつ。大量に死ねても知らねえ。何をブツブツ言っている。俺が大抵になった暁には必ず将軍に取り立ててやる。こんなうまい話ざらにはないぞ。さあどんなもんですかね。あら貴様の運命の分かれ道だ。つれこべ言わずに続け。まここまで来たんだ。仕方ねえが。だとよ続き。
Alright, I'll add a little bit of lining in here to just a touch of it here and there, just to add a little bit of grayscale to the stark black and white there. I found just like a few strategic lines there kind of will enhance it a little bit usually, if you get it in the right spot. I don't want to overdo it. Just a little bit here and there. A few happy little lines. I find it interesting on the Japanese Transformers shows. They refer to the whoever the Autobot leader happens to be as Supreme Commander, or Shoshideka, if I'm saying that correctly. That's what my ears are taking in. You know, you don't. If you watch, you know, the English version of G1, they don't run around calling Optimus, you know, Supreme Commander. They call him Optimus. It must be a cultural thing. Not good or bad, just a difference that I noticed. Yeah, I agree, Dark Wizard. It's interesting to notice the differences. That's interesting. You know what I just remembered that I did on the other Japanese series tributes was write the name in Japanese. So let me look this up. Oh boy. Boy, I gotta find a better image of that. I don't want to butcher it. Alright, let's see if I can do this. Ooh, that is... a bit more complex than some of the others. There's a clearer look. Sorry about this, guys. I just thought of it, and I want to throw this on here. If I can do it right. Looks like a total of 5 characters. I'm going to give myself some guidelines here. Put it up top. It's interesting. I would love to actually learn Japanese one day. It is interesting to me that like a lot of the letters have these curved lines to them, but the curve is slightly different. It might look the same at first glance, but when you look closer, it's slightly different. And not being familiar with it, I'm not exactly sure how important the angle of the curve is. Alright, this is a similar curve to that last one. Hopefully my friend Tori O'Regan will appreciate these. She is fluent in Japanese. It's pretty cool looking formation of characters here, despite the fact that I do not know what the heck I'm doing with them. I think they look cool. Alright, what do I want to use for this? I guess I'll just use the same old Kuretake brush. I feel like if I ever had like a Groundhog Day like experience, you know, how he teaches himself, or doesn't teach himself, but he takes the opportunity to learn piano. He's just waking up every day. I think if I had a similar experience, I would learn Japanese. And I don't know if anybody in Japan is watching this or will be watching it on YouTube after the fact, but apologies if I'm butchering any of this. It is purely meant to be respectful, hopefully. Hopefully it comes off that way. I wonder, it's interesting to think about, for me at least. I'm a bit of a handwriting snob for obviously English. I wonder if the same, I would imagine the same thing must exist. Must be kids in school or whatever that have poor handwriting, or, you know, even adults. Like, what does a doctor's signature look like in Japan? That's commonly just, doctors have, that's the stereotype. Obviously, doctors have poor handwriting. Anyway, hopefully that looks good. I didn't even get it on camera there. throw a few little impact lines in here. Not a ton, just enough to accent this a bit. I'll have them kind of heading in towards the center of the picture. Oh, thank you very much. He is a handsome mech, I will say that. I don't typically think of, you know, Transformers in those terms, but yeah, LEOZACK is a handsome little mech here. I honestly, like, watching the show, I'm surprised he doesn't get more love. I guess it's just not enough people really know of him. Yeah, it's not a lot of effort, but it just you get a little extra impact from some of these lines in here. I'm gonna throw my signature on the sort of the opposite side of the name. So the signature will be down here. And unfortunately, it is still 2020. We're not out of those woods yet. So yeah, there we go. Let me erase the pencil lines up top. I am not adding any cracks or scratches to him. I want him to stay nice and clean. I feel like that's an appropriate look for him. It's not laziness. I just, every once in a while, you want a nice clean robot. So here we go. Let's take a little look here. Not too bad. I gotta actually hit a few spots with some whiteout. Just overlapped a few lines around the wheel there. But nothing a little white gel pen won't take care of. So I'm pretty happy with LEOZACK here. I will I'll scan him in and toss him up on my social media. If anybody wants to drop some colors in there. I have been thinking more about a sketchbook with some of the stuff I've been doing ever since the whole quarantine started. I was doing a whole bunch back then. I think I've got a pretty good amount of recent stuff to fill a sketchbook with some sort of quarantine theme to it. Maybe not an active theme, but, you know, just sort of the stuff that I worked on while I was at home for a bit. Anyway, there he is. So thanks everybody again for hanging out. Good to see the regular crew here. Quarantine theme, very nice. I might steal that, might not. But yeah, thanks everybody for tuning in and interacting and enjoying the silence during parts. But I hope everybody has a great week, and we'll come back next Monday and see what kind of fun we can have then. So take care everybody, and we'll see you then. Bye-bye.